for centuries, people have talked about something that walks at night long after it's dead. Creature that rises from the ground. It walks like a human, talks like a human, and even returns to its own house. These creatures are known in many names. Some call it spirits, some call it entity, or some call it vampires. Today, vampires are often associated with books and TV shows. Long before they became a character in books, people truly believed its existence, and it wasn't in a dark romance theme, but in a highly terrifying way. In fact, during uncertain time period of history, people truly believed that there was vampires living amongst them, to the point they even dug up those graves. So where did all these vampire legend began? So our current image of vampire being exist from the novel called Dracula, but the idea of vampires existed long before. So historians believe that it comes from Eastern Europe, Romania, Bulgaria, and Siberia. People believed certain people could return from grave after death. So one of the well-known Roman folklore is about Sturgoi. Sturgoi was believed to rise above the burial grounds and visit the people who are living. Sometimes it also attacks strangers, but in many stories it is believed that it returns to its own home. So victims have reported saying that they grow pale and their body weakens as if the life force is being drained away from them. When several deaths happened at the same time, people believed it is due to vampires, not the disease itself. Well, vampire name comes from this Eastern Europe, but there are similar folklore around the world of something that walks from its death. There is a strange creature called Jiangshi. So unlike the Western version, this is like a stiff corpse and that moves by hopping through the night. Okay, this Chinese creature drains their energy, drains their life force. In West Africa, it's called Ades. According to them, these creatures can turn into an insect and drink people's blood while they're sleeping. In Latin America, it is called chupacabra. It's a mysterious creature, almost like an animal which drains blood from your body. So, despite different names, all these creatures have something in common. They all rise at night, they all drain your life force energy or blood. They all return to the people they knew. They are all the creatures that should have been stayed dead. So there's several characteristics about vampires. Vampires don't like the sun, and it is also said that sun burns their skin away. It only appears at darkness. Their skin is unusually pale or almost like a corpse. Many legends say that it possesses it possesses unusual agility and speed. And the most well-known feature is that they drink blood with their sharp fangs. In many stories, vampires survive off human blood. Some legends even say the victims who got bitten by this vampire also turns into a vampire. During 17th and 18th century, the fear of vampire had spread widely. When mysterious disease was spread in the town, They were sure that it was caused by the dead. In certain cases, villagers even dug the grave to see what was happening with the dead. Are they still there? They started inspecting the people who were dead recently. What they saw was not a rotting corpse, instead, bodies that are perfectly preserved. Sometimes they even found dark fluid near their mouth. To modern technology, this is a normal decomposition process. But for people centuries ago, it looked so terrifyingly vampires. Today, science explains that most of the vampire incidents were misconceptions about decomposition or a disease which was not related to the death. Before modern medicines, diseases like tuberculosis made victims weak and pale, and it did spread through families. Dark fluid from their mouth is also explained from the gases produced from our bodies after death. And the fingernails looks longer because once we are dead, the skin kind of dries out, making it look longer, being visible more. Without scientific knowledge, these appears to be some incidents with little less knowledge about ourselves. One of the biggest reasons why vampire became a thing because of books and novels and the fantasy world, which kind of brought this into life. There is no scientific evidence that vampires do exist, but certain mediums do say another story that vampires are real and they are living amongst us. And if you're a normal human being, there's no way you could tell the difference